Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our program brought to you by Benedict Construction. You know them as the remodel specialists. If you're looking to remodel your home, they can do that. But they also do custom shutters for folks. And they built these custom shutters for a home they were working on. Then the neighbors saw it and they said, hey, can we get those? And then somebody else saw it and said, can we get those? Beautiful custom shutters, any kind of color you might want, different styles. And basically it's about half price of what you'd pay at one of the big chain stores. Benedict Construction, they do just about everything over there. They also do just about everything here. This set you're looking at, product, Benedict Construction. They do good work. All right, back with Bobby Scott, Sterling Hinton, Shazon Bradley, Daniel Hood down there. Quick segment, guys. Chance Hall, who was probably battling for/lock down the right tackle position, had arthroscopic surgery on his knee this week, out 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, so now it looks like you're starting offensive tackles. Drew Richmond, be a first-year starter. Brett Kendrick, be at the right tackle spot. They are now moving Coleman Thomas back in an emergency role, break glass in case of emergency. He would be a guy who's going to be moving back to tackle if need be. That means your center position opens up for a Jack Jones or a Dylan Wiseman, and if it's Wiseman, that means your guard position opens up. The gist is the offensive tackle spot has suddenly become a question mark in terms of depth. Is it the big worry right now on the team?
I was thinking that our depth was going to be good till this came up. Depth through the defensive line and linebackers and everything is in pretty good shape. But right now, the offensive line, you've got to have 2 or 3 players that are going to have to step up and play better than they've been playing.
Guys,
the tackle's always an issue, whether they're good or bad. Whether you get your first or second team in there, you always want your tackle to play at the top level. That's speaking from as a quarterback.
As a quarterback, right.
And you always want to get the tackle in there. But the luxury we have is the sports science. Arthroscopic surgery, they say 4 to 6 weeks. Chance I'll be ready to play in 3, right in time for our SEC schedule. So, I'm not concerned as much as most people are, and I think our depth is pretty good.
Always look on the bright side of life. Sterling Hinton, I will say, this is also an issue where when Dontavius Blair decided to transfer or leave the program a couple of weeks ago, most people would go, he didn't pan out. Now suddenly you at least had another body there who could play tackle if needed. Now he's gone. Shazon, Daniel, how worried are you about the offensive tackle depth?
I think that's the biggest worry that we have. And we weren't talking about it before the season even starts. Makes me a little nervous.
Daniel?
Like I was telling you, I think it's kind of a 50-50. I think we got 2 positions we got to worry about, and this is the bottom one. When you look at defensive line, from your tackles to your ends, we've got depth. You look at our secondary, we got more speed, more depth than probably any in the SEC. Quarterback with Garantano coming in with Dormandy, those guys are incredible. Running back, we know where we're at. You look at it, the only thing that's really left is offensive line and linebackers. And, at least we got some options with offensive line. We can take Coleman Thomas out. Yeah, that's not his best position, but we can at least put in a solid center so that we got some bodies. So I'd say it's either the biggest worry or it's kind of tied for right there in the back with the linebackers.
With linebackers, yeah. I think it's one of those that it just proves that when you go into a season and you're saying, wow, we got this, we got that, we got this, one injury. One injury can make everything look a little differently. Now, I know Sterling looks at it and still sees positive, and that's good. It may be positive. It may be positive, but you have to say you're more concerned about that spot now than you were before you learned of Chance Hall's injury.
Absolutely.
That's natural. So, all right, when we come back, Tennessee's special teams last year were fantastic. Is it wise to count on the same level of production this season? Coming back on the Sports Source.